All right, as normal, we'll go through just the optional equipment for today and then an outline for today. So we'll be doing a little bit different of a circuit. We've done it in the past. I think we actually did it in January, but I'm bringing it back. So I'll explain that. So for today, you might want a chair, a wall, dumbbells, and then we're going to be doing push, pull, balance, and power. So that'll be like, we have 3 circuits today. So each exercise will be 1 push, 1 pull, 1 balance, and then 1 power exercise. And then Lene, optional equipment for today, you might want a chair, you might want a wall, and then you might want some dumbbells. But it's up to you. You can do all of this with or without stuff. Okay, so we're gonna start with some hip circles today. So you might want your chair for this. What we're gonna start by doing is we're gonna lift up our knees and draw circles with your knees going out. So we'll do like a few going backwards, and then we're going to switch directions and go the other way. So keep trying to get your knee up and circle out. Nice job. Oh, did you hurt your back just now? Okay. I can try to accommodate for some of this stuff. If not, you can always just sit down, and then for the exercises that I know we can do seated, you can join in, okay? All right, we'll just keep doing our hip circles. You can do the arm circles seated. I don't want you to hurt your back anymore, so if sitting is like easier, we can totally do that. Okay, yeah, just let me know and I can accommodate. So we'll switch to the other side. So same thing, drawing circles out with your knee. This is also a good balance if you don't touch your foot to the ground. That can be always good. All right, we're gonna switch directions. So drawing inside with your knee. I like to think I'm drawing circles. I think it helps me visualize what I'm doing. Good job. We'll do one more. Good. All right, so we're gonna do arm circles next. You can do this seated or standing. We'll just be going forward for a little bit. You can draw tiny circles or you can draw wider circles. It's up to you. Good job. All right, and then switch directions. We're gonna go backwards now. Same thing, you can start small and then gradually get wider. Nice job. All right, so next thing we're gonna be doing is jumping jacks or jack step outs. So with the jack step outs, you just be stepping out side to side, or you can do the full jumping jack. I'll do the step outs. We'll just go a few for today. Just get our arms and legs warmed up. Think about engaging your core while you're doing this. Doesn't require a lot of core, but good to think about it. Just engage in those neural pathways. Nice job. All right, so we're gonna move on. We're gonna be doing scoops now. So if you stand, I'm gonna like move this down just slightly so you can see my feet. So you'll do kind of a staggered stance here, and then you're gonna be scooping down. You're gonna feel a little bit of a stretch in your hamstrings. If this hurts, don't go for it. Yeah, just, you can always do like standing or seated, whatever feels right. You can do scoops seated as well. That's an option. But if your back hurts, don't do it. We'll go a few more on this side. One more. Good job. All right. Switching to the other side. So staggered stance with the opposite leg. And then we'll keep scooping. We'll do about the same. Also, you don't need to go as low as I'm going right now. You can honestly be here. As long as you're getting a slight stretch in those hamstrings, that's what we're looking for. A few more here. Let's go one more. Nice job. All right, so next thing, this one is a little bit more advanced. So take it for what it is. You can always change it, or you can just skip this one. I won't go for too long with this one. You're gonna do a wide stance. You're gonna bend down. If you can touch the floor, that's awesome. If not, you can hold here. We're gonna go side to side. So these are just bent over thoracic stretches. Should be moving our spine a little bit. Getting us activated in our back. If you can touch the ground, you can always touch your feet. Even if you can't touch the ground, you can touch your leg a little bit higher. Good. All right. The last thing we're going to do to get warmed up, we're going to do a few standing crunches. You can do them seated as well. It would just be more of the arm motion than like the full body motion. So we'd be standing just like that. So just do a few. Good. Nice job. Get our core engaged just before we get started. And then Lene, I don't know if you heard, we're going to be doing a different kind of circuit today. So we're going to be doing a push, pull, balance, and power. So each exercise will be something along the lines of those. All right, nice job. You can grab water if you want to. I'm going to be explaining the first circuit. So first thing we have is wall push-ups. I'm going to move further away from the camera, but let me know if like the audio is like quieter. I can always speak up a little bit. We've done them before, but wall push-ups, just find the wall. You can have your arms about shoulder width apart. You're going to lean down and lean back up. You're going to try to touch your nose to the wall, and that will be the wall push-ups. Then we have a bent over row. So if you have weight, you can totally use that. We're going to be bending over like this, and then you're going to pull, squeeze those shoulder blades together, back down, just like that. Next thing we have is the contralateral arm raise. So we're going to be lifting our leg, and you're going to also be lifting your arm at the same time. So it should look like that. This would also be a good time if you want. You can always grab onto a chair. In that case, you'd be doing like that. So try not to hit your chair like that. Don't do that. All right, and then last thing we have is the split squat. This is a pretty challenging movement. So we can always do more of just like a staggered stance like this, and we'd be going like that. So split squat, sometimes we have like our feet on something in the back. This is going to look more like a lunge. But same thing, you'll be loading up on that front leg, dropping your hips, so you're not going to be going forward. You're just going to drop your hips where they are, and then push yourself back up. That power is going to come from the bottom to the top of the movement. All right, so we have 3 sets of 10 for everything, and then 3 sets of 8 for those split squats, okay? All right, we ready? We're going to go do our wall push-ups. We have 10 first. All right, here we go. That's 1, 2, 3. You can move your arms further apart if you need to. That'll be more of a chest push-up. If you want to do more tricep push-up, move your arms closer together and keep your elbows close to your sides. Also, you can make it harder by moving your feet further from the wall, or you can make it a little easier by moving your feet closer. Nice job. I think that was 8. Let's go 2 more. 9 and 10. Good. Nice job. All right, we got our bent over row. So if you want, you can grab weight. You can do this totally without weight. It's up to you. So big thing with this, keep your back straight. So just like that, and we're going to be squeezing our shoulder blades together at the top. All right, we got 10. I'll go from the front and then also from the side. Here we go. That's 1, 2, good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one. Good, 10. Nice job. For the next one, if you have a lighter weight, you can totally use it for the arm raise and leg raise. I'll probably do that. So we have 10 on each side for this one. All right, here we go. Like this. Kind of like a lateral raise with our arms, and then just a leg raise with our legs. You can always take out one of these if you want to do just arms, or if you want to do just legs, you can always pull this movement apart. But it is a good balance exercise. If you want to challenge yourself even more, you can always drop your foot, but don't let it touch the ground. It's a good challenge. All right, let's go one more right here. All right, switching sides. All right, same thing, we got 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure you're not lifting in front of you. You're lifting to the side of you with your leg, that you're using those abductors instead of your hip flexors. Let's go 2 more. And last one. Good. Nice job. All right, we got our split squat. Just more like a lunge, but that's okay. Still a power movement. So we're going 8 on each side. So I want you to really focus on that propulsion phase from the bottom of the movement up to the top, okay? All right, here we go. Good. 2, 3, load up on that front leg. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, just kidding. We did 8. Skip it. We're going to the other side. I made you do 9 on one side. So I guess we'll do 9 on this side. Next time we'll do 8. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 more. We got 9 on this side. We got to do the same on both sides. All right, last one. Good. Nice job. All right, grab water if you need it. Just for the sake of time today, I'm gonna have us do 2 sets of everything so that we can get through all 3 circuits. So we'll just do each of these exercises one more time. If we have time at the end, we can go back and revisit some that maybe you guys enjoyed. But for now, we'll just keep 2 sets. So we'll do everything we just did one more time. Okay, so we're doing our wall push-ups again. So find your wall. All right, here we go. We got 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one. 10. Good. Nice job. All right, grabbing our weight, we're moving over to our bent over row. You can do, actually, I'll kind of show you what we're doing next. I had a variation, but we'll do that variation next. All right, last time doing this, keep our shoulders back, chest up. We're gonna keep our back pretty straight and squeezing those shoulder blades. All right, we got 10, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that is 10. Good. Good job. Back to our legless and our contralateral arm raise. All right, here we go. Try to challenge yourself with the balance in some aspect. So whether you're doing both arm and leg movement, I want you to try to keep your foot off the ground if you can. All right, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Switching to the other side. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. One thing I want to point out with this, when you're doing your leg raise, so from the side, it looks like this, but you might be doing this. That's not what I want to see. I want you to go pretty much in line with that other leg. So it should look like that from the side instead of this. That's a little exaggerated, but I just want you to think about that because I want you to utilize a little bit more of your adductors instead of like your hip flexor, because we do a lot of hip flexor stuff. So, all right, moving on to our split squat. We got this, and then we're moving on to some new exercises. So you'll get a good break while I'm explaining the next part. All right, here we go. Really load up on that front leg and then propulse, or I guess propulse. That's a word now. Propulse yourself up in the air from the bottom of the movement, okay? All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, halfway there. 5, 6, 7, and 8, good. Switching to the other side. Same thing, push yourself up from the bottom of the movement. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, good. Nice job, grab some water if you need it. We're moving on. I'm going to explain this next circuit that we're going to do. We'll get through 2 at least, and then we could potentially get through 3. We'll see on how we're moving through this. All right, so the first thing we're doing is a seated chest press. So grab your chair if you have it. So we'll be sitting down here. I want you to lean back so there's going to be a little bit of space. So it's kind of in the mid chair. And then you're going to lean back so there's a little bit of space between your lower back and the chair. We want to utilize a little bit more of the chest for this one. So we'll be pushing up just like that. Good. So instead of just a shoulder press where we're like sitting straight up, we're going to lean back this time. That's the only difference with this one. Next thing we have are lawn mowers. So you'll use your chair again. You're going to put one knee on it and then the other arm is just going to sit on it. You're going to have the weight on the outside of like the chair, so it'll be hanging off the chair. I guess I can do it like this way. So you'll be holding like this. This should be the position that we're in, and we're going to be squeezing as we pull it up. So this is a variation I was talking about with the bent over row. Same idea, just a little bit different. We don't have that same base of support also. So we'll switch sides after we do the first side. All right, next thing we have for our balance is we're going to be jumping side to side, and we're going to do single leg movement. So you'll jump, you'll land on that first leg if you need to. Always jump and kind of just leave it down. I just want you to try to get like used to the idea of landing on one foot. If you can do it and hold it that whole time and then jump to the other side with that same foot, that's awesome. Like keep working on that. Work for a distance then, okay? But do it as you need to. And then we're gonna do lunges. So the last thing that we're doing as our power stuff is lunges. We can hold our weight if you want. You can also do no weight with this. And I'll give you a few options for what you wanna do. So we can do backwards lunges. So you'd be standing, you go backwards with both feet. So we'd be doing 10 altogether. Actually, it'd be more like 20 altogether because we'll be doing 10 on each side. You can also go forward. So if you're standing here, you go forward and drop. That's going to be easier than the backwards. And then you could also add in like a twist if you wanted to, for either forward or backwards. So drop, twist, just like that, okay? So those are the options that we have. 3 sets of 10 for all of this. So I'll remind us as we're going through it too. All right. All right, so leaning back, make sure there's that space in between the lower back and the chair. We're gonna press up. We got 10 here, good. I want you to think about pushing up with the same speed as both arms are moving up and also lowering. So they're gonna go up together and they're gonna go down together, good. And meet them at the top too, nice. These look really good. Let's go 3 more. And last one right here. Good. Nice job. All right, we got our lawn mowers, so we'll use just one dumbbell for this. You're gonna line yourself up, so knee and arm on the chair. You're gonna have the weight hanging over the outside of the chair. Good. All right, so we're gonna pull up, squeeze your shoulder blades, slowly control the weight back down. That's 2, 3, 4. That's 5. Nice job. Keep it up. 6, 7, 8. That's 9. Last one. And 10. Good. So we're switching to the other side now. Same thing, opposite arm. All right. Also, I want you to focus on your back not being like this. Try to get it flat and almost exaggerate like the opposite way. All right, here we go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Nice job. All right, we can set our weights down if we have them. We're jumping now, so we're going to do single leg jumping. All right, so you can always start with one leg. We're going to jump to the other side. So we'll go, I have 10 on here, or we'll just go 10 altogether. All right, here we go. Jumping, good. 2, 3, 4, try to hold it for a second. 5, 6, a shove, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. It's also helpful when we're doing jumps like that to not keep your hands like on your hips or to your side. It's good to keep them dynamic and moving while you're moving your body. It'll help with the balance. All right, and then we got our lunges. So I'm gonna do them without weight this time. I'm going backwards for this one, but you can totally go forward. You can also add in that twist if you want to, okay? All right, here we go. 1, I'm also changing each side every time I go. 2, 3, 4, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good, that's 10. One thing to keep in mind when we're doing lunges, a lot of times people will like overcompensate for leg strength by moving their chest forward and dropping that way. I want you to focus on keeping your chest up, and as you drop, you're just dropping your hips. So I go from here to here, nothing happens up here. Just something small to think about, but nice job. All right, go ahead and grab your chair. If you need water also, that was the end of our second circuit, first set. Go ahead and grab water if you need it. We're gonna grab our chair. We got our seated chest press. All right, here we go. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5. On these last 5, I'm going to challenge you to go super slow on the way down. Good. 6. Nice. 7. 8. Almost there. Keep pushing. 9. Last one. Good. 10. Nice job. Way to change up the tempo. Great. Grabbing one weight. We got our lawn mowers. All right. Let's box that up. Back is super straight. And keep squeezing our shoulders as we do this. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try to keep your elbows close to you as you're pulling this up. That's 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10. Good. Nice job. Switching sides. Now roll out your shoulders if you need to. All right, here we go. We got 10. Make sure to keep squeezing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, halfway there. 6, 7, 8, and 9, and that is 10. Nice job. All right, we got our single leg jumping again. All right, remember those dynamic arms as we do this, okay? All right, here we go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Nice job. I think you guys look better this time than last time. So nice job. Way to improve your balance. All right, this time I'm going to do my lunges with a twist, and I'll probably go forward this time. So you can do what I'm doing, or you can change it up as you want to. All right, we got 10 all together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost there, keep pushing. 8, 9, last one. And 10, good. Nice job. All right, how are we doing on time? All right, we got 20 minutes. Since you already know all of these, let's do one more set of this, and then we'll get through at least 2 sets of the next one, potentially 3 if we have time. So we're gonna do this one more time. Go ahead and grab your chair. We're doing our seated chest press first. So leaning back, got the space between our back and the chair. All right, here we go. Same thing as last time. I'm gonna have you at 5, change up the tempo. 2, good. 3, 4, 5. All right, we're gonna change it up, super slow on the way down. Good. 6, 7, nice job. 8, now's a good time to check in with yourself on your breathing. So as you're bringing the weight down, make sure to either breathe out or breathe in as you're doing this. We got a furry friend. Nice job. We'll go one more. Good. Nice job. All right. Using our one weight, we got our lawn mowers. Last time we're doing these, so make sure they are extra good. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Switch sides. Sorry if you can hear the train in the background. All right, here we go. We got 10. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice job. 7, 8, 9. Last one, make it good. And 10. Good. Nice job. All right, our jumping. Try to get a little more distance. So if we're going like here right now, I want you to try to get a little bit further. That's okay if you need to put your foot down to get your balance, but before you do the next jump, get your balance. So if you need to drop your foot, get your balance, then jump. Drop your foot, get your balance, then jump, okay? All right, we got 10. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good, and 10. Nice job. Those look really good. All right. We're doing our lunges. If you want, you can make this a little more challenging. I'll show you a variation. You can do your hands above your head while you're doing this. So the most challenging, I would say, is probably hands above the head and backwards. I'll go forward for this one, but you can do what you need to, okay? All right, here we go. 1, 2, really get in check with your breathing right now. Engage the core as you're doing this. 4, 5, 6, 7, almost there, keep pushing. 8, 9. Good, that was 10. Nice job. All right, that was the end of circuit 2. We made it through 3 sets, so nice job. All right, so the next thing we have, these next 2, actually 3 of the 4 exercises we'll do next, you can do seated, so that's an option if you want to do that. We're going to be doing a push press. So seated push presses are going to be a little more difficult than standing, but I'll show you both. So with the push press, what we're doing is we're going to drop the weight, or not drop the weight, but drop our body slightly so we can push up faster and like harder pretty much. So it'll be more like that. So it's a little faster than like just a shoulder press. So definitely use some lighter weight for this, especially since if you've never done this before, definitely start with a lighter weight. We'll just be pushing up like that. Same thing if we're standing. We're going to be here. You're going to drop your legs slightly and push up like that. So drop and push. I don't want you to drop and then push. I want you to use that drop to get that weight up, okay? All right, the next thing we have is a seated row. You'll be sitting here with your arms in front of you, pull back, squeeze those shoulders. Pretend you're on a row machine. You can also do this with 1. So you're here, like that. That's an option. You can do this with no weight as well. Okay, and then the next thing we have are overhead side leans. So you'll be holding the weight up above your head. You're gonna lean side to side. I'll do both like sitting and standing for these, but this is what it looks like seated. So I don't want you to be leaning super far or just leaning your arms. I want you to do slight leans to engage your obliques, okay? And then we have a squat to press to end things. So you can hold weight if you want to. You also don't have to. We'll have our feet shoulder width apart. We're gonna drop down squat, and then we're gonna press. So squat and press. I want you to also focus with your squats Don't have your shoulders go down as you're squatting. So you're gonna drop like that, but my shoulders stay pretty much back and up the whole time, okay? All right, and also knees pushing out as we're doing that. All right, I'll probably do my first set, I'm gonna do all the seated variation, and then the second set, I'll do all standing. And then the last one I have to stand for. All right, here we go. We got our push press. Then you drop it and then push up. Here we go. We got 10. Good. Good. I know it might feel a little awkward with like a lighter weight, but getting that form down is good, especially if you're looking to increase your weight. This is good just to get the form down before you start stacking on a bunch of plates. Let's go, one more. Shot. All right, we got our seated row next. We got 3 sets of 10 with this. We'll see if we get through 3 sets, probably closer to 2. All right, here we go. 2, I'll show you from this side as well. 3, 4, nice. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Woo, my arms are burning after that one. One thing to keep in mind while you're doing this, try to keep your elbows close to your body, even if you're using like 1 or nothing. Try to keep your elbows close. Sometimes I'm seeing this. Don't do that. Try to keep your elbows super close to you, right next to your body, okay? And squeeze those shoulders. That's what the movement is for, okay? All right, we got our overhead side bends. So arms up above our head. And we're gonna lean side to side. So each side will count as 1. That's 1. 2. 3, good. 4, 5, halfway there, keep it up. 6, 7, this is really good for thoracic spine mobility as well. That's 8, 9, this one right here. 10, good. Good job. All right, we get our squat press. I'll do without weight this time. So same thing, I'm just gonna hold my arms here, but if you have weight, you can totally do a press with the weight. All right, here we go. 1, kind of feels weird after doing stuff with weight. 2, good, 3, 4, 5. Even without weight, try to pretend that you're getting your weight all the way up there all together. So meet the weight at the top kind of thing. Get that full shoulder extension. Good. Let's go one more after this. Nice job. Good. All right. Yeah, I mean, I think we have time. We'll at least get through one more set, and then we need time for cool down and announcements and stuff. So let's do one more set. I'm going to do everything standing that I did seated last time, but feel free to do it seated or standing. It's up to you. So we got our push press first. All right, so we're going to drop our knees, push that weight up, okay? Scoot back a little. All right, here we go. We got 10. 1, 2, 3, good. 4, 5, 6, 7, almost there. 8, 9, and 10. Good. Nice job. All right, we got our seated row. We can do them standing as well. So here, same thing, squeeze in back. got 10. I'm going to count that as 1. So that's 2. 3. 4. Good. Way to squeeze those shoulders. 5. 6. 7. 8. Yeah, messed up the count. 9. Last one right here. 9, 10. Good. Nice job. Overhead side leans. What we got next. You can also, if you want, move the weight closer. So instead of that full extension, you'd have your weight a little closer. Same idea. But if it's too rough on the arms, you can change it as you need to. All right, we got 10. 1. 2. 3. That's 4. 5. 6. 7. That's 8. Almost there. Keep pushing. 9. Last one. And 10. Good. I know it can be a lot holding your arms above your head for a while, so nice job. Way to push through that. All right, we got our squat press, and then I think I'm going to have us start our cool down so we can have a good, like, maybe 7-8 minutes, and then we can do announcements or anything else that we want to share. All right, so we're going to do from here, pressing up. You can also change it if you want to do this seated. You'll just take out the squat part and just press above your head, okay? All right, here we go. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, good. 6, 7, almost there. Keep pushing. 8, 9, last one. Make it really good. And 10. Good. Nice job. I really like this exercise because it puts our weight, or like extra weight, in front of our center of mass. So it becomes a little bit harder. We got to use a little bit more of our quads to get ourselves up. So nice job. Way to stick with me through that. We will cool down now so I can get you guys out of here on time. All right, so we're going to start with a reach for our toes. So we can do this seated or we can do this standing up. So you can also vary this if you want. You can do kind of a wider stance. Reach for your toes like that. If you're flexible enough, you can always just reach your toes from pretty much a standing position. That can be kind of hard, so do what you need to. Same thing if you're seated, you can also do this movement. You can also just stay on one side, hold it for a second, and then move to the other side, or you can do kind of a backwards and forward. Also walk your hands out, make a little circle, half circle. Do what you want to do. Good, good job. All right, we got a quad pull. So going here, you can also hold on to something. I do quad pulls in my free time. I just stand there and hold this because it feels good. Good job. You can also grab kind of more on your ankle, so like above your foot, and get a little bit of ankle movement while you're doing this. It can be a bit of a stretch if you're like not super flexible in your quads, but you can try it if you're flexible enough. Don't hurt yourself doing it. And also make it a challenge with balance. If you grab the opposite arm to the opposite leg, that's a fun challenge. You can also grab onto something. Good. All right, switching to the other side. Same thing. You're going to grab crossbody, but you can grab as you need to. Nice job. All right, we're gonna do a knee pull, so you can do this standing or seated. I'll do them seated for this one. So you're just gonna grab your knee and pull it close to your chest like you're giving yourself a hug. Should feel it in the glutes, a little bit of the hamstrings. It's a good one. Same thing, you can also move your ankle a little bit if you want to. Get some movement. Some flexion, extension. Good. All right, switching to the other side, same thing. This one feels good. I like this. All right, if you're seated already, we can just stay seated because the next thing we'll be doing is figure fours. You can also do this standing, so I'll show you both ways. What you're gonna do is attempt to put your knee on, or your foot on your knee, or like kind of on your quad. If you need to, you can always lean back a little bit. It'll take a little bit of the strain off of your flexors. If you want a little more of an intense stretch, bring your foot closer to you. But if you look down, it should look like a 4. That's why this stretch is called figure 4. You can also push down your knees slightly. Don't push hard, but that can sometimes feel nice. You want a little more intensity. Same thing standing, but it's a lot of balance for this. All right, we're gonna switch the other side. Foot down, good. The other one up. Now's a good time to check in with yourself. Thank yourself for showing up, for working out. Thank your body for getting you through this workout. I always like to do that during my cool downs. Thank you, body. You got me through all that. Nice job. All right, so we're gonna do some arm stuff now. So we're just gonna go across the body. On that stretch in the shoulders. We did quite a bit of shoulder work today, so this should be nice. Switch to the other side. Good. All right, we're gonna go over the top of the head, grab and reach for your elbow, and then pull it down as you need to. And then switching to the other side. Good. All right, and then we're going to do our centering breath, and you will have the rest of the day. All right, so I'm going to breathe in, hold for 1, 2, and then breathe out. All right, here we go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one, breathe in. And breathe out. Great job today. Thank you guys for showing up. I loved having you guys here. Thanks for getting through the workout with me.